Whoa, hey there, if you clicked on this video, it looks like you want to learn how to kickflip down stair sets. As someone who has always sucked at kickflipping down gaps or stairs or literally anything, just overall kickflips are terrible, I feel ya. That's why I made this video of showing my process of how I learned to kickflip downstairs and really challenge myself to improve my kickflips so that you can take these tips and see what I went through, apply them yourself, and really start kickflipping on your own. Let's take a seat real quick. Not here, the sun is too bad. Of course, the sun decides to come out like right as I'm shooting this. This video is going to be broken up into 3 separate sessions. One being where I really decided that I wanted to progress my kickflips and give those initial attempts down some stair sets. 2, going into a specific training session and breaking down exactly what I did to start landing kickflips downstairs. And 3, really digging into a set that I had been kind of battling with back and forth. It's not a big set, but it's something I really wanted to kickflip down, and so you guys can see that process. If you enjoyed this video, or if you found the tips useful, entertaining, whatever, I just ask that you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Engage with the content. Let me know how these tips work out for you. Let me know what issues you may still be having with your kickflips, and I'll be happy to respond. I respond to every comment I can. Also, heads up, I did potentially break or sprain, I'm pretty sure it's just sprained, my foot during this video. If you want to help an injured skater out, leave a like, subscribe, do all the social media stuff. But anyways, let's get into it. This first session, I give a breakdown of Mitchell Skate Park. It's a tiny little skate pad where I really just showed up, started skating this mani pad, and started playing around with the idea of a 50-50 kickflip, which I had never done before. I did a little quick-footed ollie-on kickflip off the mani pad as well to get the feel for it, and it happened first try. So I'm thinking, hey, if I can do this 50-50 kickflip, I can actually catch those kickflips and land it. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to do this trick down a stair set. One issue with my kickflips that I've always had is that they're super mobbed. I really learned them kicking down and to the side, and that just never goes well. It makes it very hard to get yourself in the air and actually catch and control that kickflip. So a lot of the times I'm accidentally flipping double flips, I'm landing primo, all these painful scenarios that make it really hard to catch and roll away from a kickflip. So what I've really been focusing on is when I'm pushing that kickflip, I'm holding my knee up in the air so I'm not pushing and flicking down. I still find that I'm kicking off to the side, but when it comes to like small little gaps like this mani pad or this little ledge, it actually doesn't get in the way of landing that kickflip. I can keep my foot in the air above the board so it's not flicking down, catch it with my back foot, and still roll away, get that front foot on, and have an actual kickflip. It's not the best looking kickflip, but it is my kickflip. So after I spent some time skating at Mitchell Skate Park, I move on over to the big Tempe skate park, where I knew there was a pretty small 6 stair that's pretty much perfect for learning these kind of flip tricks down. I can tray flip, I can pop shove. I have a handful of tricks down this set, but I have never kickflipped it. As I'm going through about an hour-long battle after doing my routine tricks of trying to get a kickflip, I've noticed that a majority of the time when I'm getting a good flip, I'm really leaning my body too far back. It makes it really hard to commit to staying on top, even though I can be catching with ideally my back foot. A lot of times I still find myself catching with both feet at the same time. To prevent that, you really want to hold that front foot out longer so your back foot is catching it first. But if you try and catch at the same time, it really increases the chance of you either over flipping or catching primo. It felt like it wasn't a technical problem of like my flick or anything, but more of a commitment issue with being able to lean forward with that kickflip when I'm going off the stair and committing to keeping my body above the board instead of slightly behind it. I can catch that kickflip all day, but if I'm leaning backwards, I don't think I'm ever going to land that. So that's where we break into session number 2. We go to KTR Scottsdale, one of my favorite skate parks that I go to. They actually hooked me up with membership so I can skate there for free every day, thanks to my audience on TikTok and all you guys supporting the content, and hopefully we can continue to grow that audience on this channel. But one thing that I really like about KTR is they have a mat system, which is used to really help get over the fear of committing to a lot of stair tricks, handrail tricks, things like that. I really put the mat at the bottom of their 3 stair. I know it's a tiny 3 stair, but it's a little long, so it's an actual stair that I can practice flicking, catching, and committing to landing on top of that. And where I really start is making sure that as I'm getting that catch and catching with my back foot, I feel comfortable stomping that trick and eventually rolling through that pad. Once I know I'm doing the trick well, I'm moving that pad further and further back, so I'm landing on concrete. It's almost like the pad is doing nothing but applying a mental safety net, even though half the time if I would fall, I wouldn't even land on that mat. But it's something I've tricked myself into being able to commit to that kickflip with. As I feel more comfortable with that kickflip and I realize that, hey, I'm rolling away 5-6 feet without even using the mat, that's when I pull the mat fully away and I nailed that kickflip. And I did this over and over for like an hour and a half straight until I felt like my kickflips were really solid, and I knew that when I would commit to a kickflip, I'm at least gonna stick it. Okay, it is the day after that KTR session that we just had. The kickflips were feeling really nice last night, but now we gotta put it to the test, take it to a street spot. I'm going to this little forest stair that I've lost a couple battles to before, but let's hit it. Okay, so we are back home. Unfortunately, we lost that battle with the kickflip down the forest stair. I was really hoping I'd be able to get this trick today. I've been battling with that set multiple times over now, and it's really a pain in the ass, but I know what was going wrong. Even though that we had the kickflip down the 3 stair really solid, what was going wrong here was I really wasn't popping into the air enough for my catch. So a lot of the times when I was coming close, I was still clipping on that last stair. And even though I'm kicking my front foot not down, but it's a little to the side instead of forward, so it's not really leveling out and getting out that air. Also, I could probably go faster and give that a little bit of a harder pop and find the right happy medium that's going to take me over that 4th stair set and be able to catch that kickflip in the air with my back foot so I can throw it down. My plan here is to one, heel up my foot. I did kind of screw up my toe there on my last attempt there. 2, I'm going to go back to KTR and really just work on getting air over that 3. Once I feel like I can do that consistently and I'm not even coming close to clipping on that 3 stair, then I can take it back to the 4 and I should be able to get it no problem.